Right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'ashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew of the Lost Wakadash tongue. But I said Barak Atham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Wa'akbaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the prophecy updates as of December the 20th, 2025 on this Saturday afternoon. And this is from RT.com. As of tensions have been heating up for the past couple of months, especially between, the President Maduro of Venezuela and the President of the United States in the Trump administration and the Venezuela's administration of President Maduro. And then you've been having air strikes and drone strikes that the United States been using towards people that's smuggling, items that's coming to the country as well too. So keep that in mind. And then recently, we had tensions been stirring up between, I would say the United States president of Donald Trump and the presidents of Cuba, of Colombia as well too. And expect to see more alliance between Cuba, Colombia, and Venezuela as well too, and Puerto Rico. They have the ongoing tensions towards the United States. And as you've been seeing, tensions heating up down there in the Caribbean Sea, from Central and South America. So I just want to add a side note to that. And this is a news article from RT.com. And this is from December the 20th, 2025, World News from RT.com. And it reads, it says, U.S. siege another oil tanker off of Venezuela. President Donald Trump has previously accused the Karkalakusk, if I pronounce that right, of stealing Washington energy assets. It says the United States have seized another oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, escalating pressure on the Karkalakusk just days after President Donald Trump announced a total, complete blockage of unilateral sanctions on oil shipments. Right, because I believe, was that 2 weeks ago, the Trump administration used sanctions on President Maduro's families as well too. And I believe, the Trump administration used economical sanctions against the president of Colombia as well too. It says the U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed that the raid on Saturday, saying that the U.S. Coastal Guard, it says, with support from the Department of War, apprehended a tanker that has recently docked in Venezuela. Nomi also published a video of the operation on post on X, claiming that the pre-dawn action target illicit of movement of sanctions of oil allegedly used and found mackerel.
That's good. I pay it up good.
Yeah, sure do.
Y'all be using.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, that's why I pay my light bill all the time. My gas bill too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play with that.
Yeah.
I pay that shit. I don't know they could have said I had what $60.
Yeah, $60 though.
Pay.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I got a little more money now. You pay.
Right. Yeah.
Take my money off. Then I got to stay no more.
Oh yeah.
Take that. Give me a new money order for.
Yeah, new money for the. Yeah, for the.
25 and they give me $100.
Yeah.
Because I got a new money on Tuesday.
Yeah, because I think they only last for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a year.
They will be over.
Yeah.
Because she told me, so I'm going to cash me and get me.
Right.
You need my order. That's the whole thing. I need $100.
Right. Oh, you're going to have them all together?
Yeah, I'm going to take you with me out to bring you.
Oh, okay.
For mine.
Right.
Oh, you right. Break me and walking.
Oh, that's a walk.
Look like damn in the break.
Oh, dope too.
No, I said, no, that's somebody else.
Oh.
Shit. Shit, don't fall in the house.
So,
Some fat girl, that girl stay down there with pregnant. Sugar go to school with.
that's
Sugar gonna make boy go to the store, does bring that.
Yeah.
You won't get boy no money.
Mm-hmm.
You say, you give me some. I chill.
Right.
I got a little change left, right? You ain't put all no money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my start on cost about 4 acres and I have that money for my, let you put that money in my car for my tire.
Right.
Yeah, get that out.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck it on that break on that. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It says the move comes amending the military buildup near Venezuela's allow Slovakia. I was talking to my OG. It says the move comes amending the U.S. military building up near Venezuela following Trump's order earlier this week. It says a week to block all sanctions, oil and tankers entering or leaving the country, however unlikely. The tank siege earlier this month, the vessels intercepted this weekend was not itself under U.S. sanctions and was carrying Venezuela's crude bound for Asia, according to CNN. This is from Secretary Christian in a pre-dawn action earlier morning, December 20th. The U.S. Coastal Guard, with the support of the Department of War, apprehended oil tanker that was last docked on Venezuela. The United States will continue to prosecute the illicit movement of sanctions oil that used to fund. Hey, so that shows her. Hey, that's a sign right there. Hey, tensions between Venezuela and the United States is only going to continue to heat up now, so more than ever, as they seize another oil tanker. This is an unclassification video reported from Secretary Christy Nome. So I ain't gonna play that whole video clip. So it shows you right there. It says the siege took place in an international Slovakia. Yep, it says the siege took place in international waters, and a second such interdiction in recent weeks. Since the first interdiction, several vessels have reportedly remained in Venezuela's waters. It says rather than a risk seizure, it said seizure. Sharply reducing the country's crude exports. It says earlier this week, Trump accused Venezuela of stealing U.S. oil assets and investments and saying Washington wants it back, and warning that otherwise Congress will feel the wrath of the largest armada ever assembly in the history of South America. It says the growing U.S. pressure campaign since September has included naval Navy deployments, vessel seizures. It says dozens of U.S. strikes on alleged trafficking boats near Venezuela, which U.S. officials say have unalived more than 100 suspected cartel members. The Caucasus has denied any involvement in the drug smuggling and condemned the seizure and the blockage and legal acts of privacy, warning that it will defend its sovereignty. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro has accused Washington of pursuing regime change to gain control of the country's vessel oil reserves. Russia and China also weighed in, urging restraint. Right, because I believe it's a news article day before yesterday about Russia and China will help defend Venezuela's or the ongoing tensions that Venezuela has against the United States, and accusing them of oil siege or something like that as the United States continue to seize these oil tanks. So once again, as I mentioned before, so these tensions are really heating up down there in the Caribbean Sea and down there in South America between the United States and Venezuela. It says Russia and China also weighed in the urge restraint. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov warned that the escalation tensions would lead to unforeseen developments, while China Foreign Minister says Beijing opposes unilateral and bullying and supports Venezuela's sovereignty right to trade freely. The U.S. has not ruled out further actions, with Trump recently saying that even land strikes on Venezuela remains on the table. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. So we definitely seeing wars or rumors of wars heating up between these nations that Yahushua spoke about. And this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, so this is signs of wars and rumors of wars. As it says again, the U.S. seized another oil tanker off of Venezuela. Trump previously accused Nicaragua of stealing Washington strategic assets. So these are tensions between the nations down there in South America. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? Venezuela armies versus the United States armies, the president of Venezuela versus the United States, President Donald Trump. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 verse 7, the nation shall rise against nation, right? They unite the North America armies versus the South America armies of Venezuela. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, which goes into ethnos, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth, the squares of nations with perplexity rage born. Right, that's what we're seeing, the squares of nations with perplexity rage born. Yep, it says a new seized oil tanker off of Venezuela. It says Pentagon to declassify vengeance strike on ISIS over there down in Syria. So hopefully this prophecy update was edifying as of December the 20th, 2025 on this Saturday afternoon. As we see once again, tensions are really heating up once again down there in the Caribbean Sea. Down in Central and South America between Venezuela armies versus the United States armies and the president of Maduro versus the Trump administration of Donald Trump and president. So tensions are heating up between both nations. As it says again, another U.S. siege, another oil tank off Venezuela. So these tensions are definitely heating up between these nations. So this is a sign of wars or rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, modern day rule against modern day rulers. So that's going to continue to increase. Like that says in Jeremiah 51 verse 46, Matthew 24 verse 6 to verse 7, and at Joel 3 verse 9 to verse 10, and at Revelation 11 verse 14. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the prophecy updates as of December the 20th, 2025 on this Saturday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakar Kadash, in the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Kadash of the tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf. Until next time, I would say Shalom.